Have you ever felt trapped in a situation so heavy that no amount of logic or effort could lift you out of it? We've all had moments like that. Times when the walls seemed to close in, when options disappeared, and when the mind whispered that there was no way forward. But what if the escape hatch wasn't outside of you at all? What if it was inside? What if your imagination, the quiet, invisible landscape within you, wasn't just a place to dream, but the very fountain from which reality itself flows? Today, I want to share with you a powerful yet often overlooked key to creation: symbolic imagination. Most of us are familiar with the idea of visualizing the end result, imagining yourself driving the car you want, walking through the home you dream of, or living the life you desire. Neville Goddard often spoke of this as living in the end. But symbolic imagination works a little differently. Instead of creating a literal scene of your desire, you create a symbol that carries the emotional weight of that desire. The scene may look unrealistic, even absurd, but the power lies not in the scene itself. It lies in the feeling it awakens inside you. For example, imagine stacks of $100 bills under your pillow. Is that a literal end result? No. But the feeling it generates, the security, the abundance, the relief of wealth, is exactly what matters. Symbols bypass the mind's skepticism. They don't argue with logic. They go straight to the heart, to the subconscious, to the part of you that decides what becomes real. To understand this more deeply, let me tell you a story. There was a time in my life when I was in a very dark place. I had lost a loved one. I had burned bridges. I was stuck in an environment where I felt trapped and hopeless. Some of you listening right now may know that suffocating feeling, the one where tomorrow looks identical to today, and today looks worse than yesterday. In those moments, knowledge alone isn't enough. Affirmations alone aren't enough. The mind is too noisy, too filled with fear. But what I discovered is that imagination, when infused with symbols, can pierce through even the thickest darkness. I didn't have a roadmap. I didn't even know who Neville Goddard was back then. But I had one tool, a picture I found online of a bed stuffed with money beneath the mattress. It was ridiculous, over the top, almost cartoonish. But every night, as I closed my eyes, I imagined that money under my pillow. I felt it. I let it represent freedom, abundance, possibility. And something shifted. Not in the outer world, at least not at first. The shift began inside. My chest loosened. My heart believed again, just a little. I started to expect change. Within days, an opportunity appeared. A job posting perfectly aligned with my skill. A door opened where there had been only walls. And from that point on, life began to turn. Not because of luck, not because of chance, but because symbolic imagination had impressed the subconscious with a new state of being. Why does this work? Because imagination is not limited to visuals. It's not just pictures in the mind. It is the entire field of consciousness: sights, sounds, sensations, and most importantly, feelings. A symbol condenses a desire into something your subconscious can grasp immediately. Think of ancient traditions: lotus flowers symbolizing purity, fire symbolizing transformation, light symbolizing truth. Humanity has always used symbols because they bypass the rational mind and speak directly to the soul. When you choose a symbol that represents your desire, you give your subconscious a seed to water, and when that seed is felt with genuine emotion, it grows roots in the invisible, eventually bearing fruit in the visible. So how do you do this? Let me give you a simple process. Identify your desire. What do you truly want? Freedom, love, abundance, healing, peace? Choose a symbol. Select an image or scene that captures the feeling of already having it. It doesn't have to make sense. It only has to move you emotionally. Enter the scene nightly, as you drift into sleep. Imagine yourself in that symbolic scene. Don't force the visuals to be perfect. Instead, let yourself soak in the feeling it represents. Let the emotion lead. The subconscious responds to feeling more than words. If the symbol awakens joy, security, or relief, linger there. Trust the unseen. The how and when are not your concern. The symbol plants the seed. Reality will arrange itself in ways you could never predict. Remember, you don't have to construct elaborate scenarios. You don't need cinematic detail. A simple, emotionally charged symbol is enough. The key lies in the feeling. You may not manifest the literal symbol. Money under the pillow won't appear. But you will manifest the essence of that symbol, the life that feeling belongs to. This is what Neville meant when he said, "Feeling is the secret." The subconscious does not distinguish between real and imagined. If you can feel the wish fulfilled, it must express itself in your world. And so, symbolic imagination is not a shortcut around the principles. It is a doorway into them. It helps those who struggle with creating perfect end scenes by offering a simpler, more visceral route, emotion through symbol. So I invite you, tonight, before you close your eyes, ask yourself, what symbol would represent the life I long for? Is it a garden fountain flowing endlessly, symbolizing abundance? Is it a radiant light in your chest, symbolizing love? Is it a calm ocean horizon, symbolizing peace? Choose your symbol. Step into it. Feel it as if it were already true. And then let sleep carry it deep into the soil of your subconscious. Do this not with strain, but with trust. Not with doubt, but with quiet certainty that imagination is the womb of creation. And when the days unfold, watch with wonder as reality bends to meet you where your heart already lives. You are not trapped. You are not powerless. Within you is the same power that shapes galaxies and births stars, the power of imagination. Use it. Nurture it. Let symbols lead you into states that your rational mind could never reach. And soon you will see what begins as an inner picture, as an absurd little scene behind your eyelids, becomes the doorway through which your entire life transforms.